What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. So in today's video guys, I want to talk about something that's coming up next month. Next month is National Diabetes Awareness Month. And so I want to share my story because I'm sure you probably hear a lot of like doom and gloom about type 2 diabetes and the symptoms that it leads to, and then, having to be on dialysis and, having to maybe get your toe amputated and fingers and whatnot. I'm not going to talk about that. What I want to talk about is hope. And how I'm going to talk about that is sharing my story. So for those of you who don't know me, I used to look like this. Boom. Yep, that was me. That is the direct result of not exercising, eating fast food all the time, drinking all the time, not, doing any cardio, not getting much sleep, and just living a horrible lifestyle, which is, eating your typical standard American diet, which is what they call the SAD diet. And so that was me, and that is why I look like that. And it wasn't until I started taking back control of my fitness and my health that I reversed all those things. So let's dive into that story because I really want to share that with you because I want you to know there is nothing special about me, guys. I am just like you. Dads, fathers, young buckos, mothers, if you're watching this, I am in no way any different from you. I still have all the same issues, all the same problems, all the same stresses, everything, right? I got a hectic lifestyle with my 2 daughters. My business keeps me super busy. I'm still on social media, still making these YouTube videos that really take a long time. And I'm a busy dad. I'm a son. I have brothers. I have a sister. I have a big ass Mexican family, and I still need to balance everything so I could get really, really hectic. But I still make it a priority to take care of my fitness and health. So I want to share with you guys how I started that journey and how I was able to obviously be successful in that journey and stay successful. But before we dive into this conversation, guys, I want to thank the sponsors of this video, and the sponsors of this video is Ketone IQ. Can you see it right there? So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know I've tried to cut down on coffee. I've tried to cut down on energy drinks, guys. I am a full-blown addict when it comes to caffeine and energy drinks. There was a time in my life, guys, no kidding, I was drinking 3 energy drinks a day along with my coffee first thing in the morning. And that is just not good. And so I know I needed to cut it, but I still need that energy, guys. I still need that mental focus. I still need that sharpness. But how do I get that when I'm absolutely going cold turkey on all my energy drinks and caffeine drinks? Well, Ketone IQ is what helps me, guys, because this right here is going to give me the instant energy, the instant focus that I need to get me through the day, to get me through my Zoom meetings, and to get me through my workouts. The benefits of Ketone IQ is that it's non-GMO, no sugar, which you guys know I absolutely love that. Say no to sugar, and it's got no caffeine. So if you're like me and you're looking to kick that caffeine addiction, but you still need that mental focus and that sharpness, then you need to check out Ketone IQ, guys, right here. I'll have a link in the description below. So I want to thank Ketone IQ for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into this topic. When I first started, I got a new job, and my new job was right next to a gym. And so I was like, you know what? I have to literally pass this gym every time I go to work and every time I come home. I might as well, sign up for a gym membership. So at that time, I needed to figure out, okay, what's the most convenient? Because for me, guys, and most people, if you're doing something that's inconvenient, it's not going to be sustainable. You're going to eventually get tired of it and be like, this is such a pain in the ass. Why am I doing this? So I needed to make a decision. Okay, is it more of a convenience for me to go before work, during lunch, or after work, or at night, and for people who live late at night, which has never been me. So in the beginning, it used to be going before work. So I'd get my ass up at 5 in the morning, get to the gym by 5:30, train, and then get to work by 7. And that worked for a good while. But then over time, I was like, okay, I'm just not a morning person. I do not like this. Switched it to lunchtime, and then eventually switched it to the afternoons because lunch, I just wasn't enough time. And you got to remember, over this course of working out, I started to really enjoy it, started to really like it, and my workouts became a little bit longer. And so that 1 hour for lunch, and even though it only took me 5 minutes to get to the gym, it just was not enough time in my opinion. So I wanted more time, didn't want to feel rushed. And so it switched to 5 o'clock, and it actually has never changed since then. So that's number one. Finding a gym, right, that's kind of close to you, close to your work, maybe close to your home would be probably the best decision. And then finding a time that works best for you. Number two, finding out what you like to do. What do you like to train? For me, it was bodybuilding. At the time, it was all about fitness YouTube. I was following a guy named Christian Guzman, and I was like, oh man, that dude's shredded. I want to be just like that. And look, I have other people who have started their fitness journey and they follow CrossFit people, you know, strongman competition, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Just find something you enjoy doing. So for most women, I get it. You're probably not going to want to do bodybuilding splits, and you're not going to really want to get into bodybuilding training. Totally get it. I see women in the Zumba classes, in dance classes. There's a couple of people that go to my daughter's school, the moms that are in like this, like, I don't know if it's like salsa or hip hop, but it's like dancing. But at the end of the day, it's movement, it's cardio, it's exercise in a fun way, right? They're literally exercising, burning so many calories for that 1 hour, and it doesn't even feel like it because they're dancing, they got coordination, and I love that. That's great. So whatever you have to do, whatever you enjoy, whatever you like, stick with that and try out different things. Try out CrossFit, try out these Zumba classes, try out these yoga, bodybuilding, whatever it may be. Do something and incorporate some type of resistance training. I would recommend that for sure. And then if you like it, stay with it. If you don't, move on. Remember guys, I did bodybuilding for a very long time, and then I switched to CrossFit for, I would say about a good year or so. And then I was like, okay, you know, I kind of miss bodybuilding, I'm gonna go back. So I went back to bodybuilding. And then there was a time when I was kind of doing what I wouldn't say was strongman or powerlifting, but it was like power building is what we called it. Number 3, you need to take control of your nutrition. So for me, I was eating completely crap, right? And I was lucky enough to find a coach that put me on the ketogenic diet, and it was really easy. But I was doing keto and I didn't even know the hell I was doing keto. I didn't even know what the hell keto was. I've never heard keto. My coach just said, here, follow this plan, followed it. It happened to be a ketogenic plan along with intermittent fasting, and I got super shredded, had amazing results. But that being said, you know, I technically don't do keto anymore. I'm not like strict keto. Do I do keto some days? Yes. Do I do keto some meals? Yes. Typically always in the morning. I never have my carbs in the morning because I just really sit down and start work. I don't need them, right? I'm not going to go train. So that being said, find what you like to eat, right? But make sure the quality of the food is good. I'm really big on quality. I don't care if you're doing high carbs. I don't care if you're doing carnivore. I don't care if you're doing keto, paleo. I don't care. Just stick with whole foods, quality foods, making sure you're getting enough protein, which is the most important because you want to build that muscle, and it only gets more and more important to have muscle as you get older. So for us folks, if dads, moms, you're watching this video, we're getting a little bit older, it gets more and more important to retain as much muscle as possible. Making sure you're getting enough healthy fats, making sure you're getting enough fiber, and then the carbs can come last because depending on what you do, depending on what you train, depending on how your life schedule is, will determine how much carbs you need, right? If you're a guy who smashes rocks all day for a living, you're probably gonna be able to handle and need more carbs than someone who is gonna sit at a work desk for 8 hours a day, right? There's just no need to have 200 grams of carbs for someone who does that. So figuring out your nutrition, but at the end of the day, making sure it's quality foods. Next thing I would highly recommend is trying to stand and exercise as much as possible. I'm a huge advocate, guys, on after you have your meal, try to get in a 15-minute walk. I understand, especially in the morning, it's a go, go, go. Try to get up a little bit earlier. Go for a morning walk. Take your dog out. Go out to the mailbox and just walk. Get that body moving. Get those steps in. I'm really big on movement. A body at rest stays at rest. So don't be that person, especially if you're someone who has a job that has to sit down all day. Try to convert your desk to a stand-up desk. See what you can do. Most jobs nowadays, guys, they're really big on wanting their employees healthy. Your job, believe it or not, does want you to be healthy. Why? A healthier you means a more productive employee. A more productive employee means more money for the company. So it's a win-win. You're getting healthier, you're making money, more money for the company because you're more productive. So they want you to be healthy. So talking to your HR person, talking to your health benefits manager, say, hey, you know, I sit down all day. I really like to maybe have a stand-up desk. There's probably programs and things out there that will help you, or your job may pay for those things. So, you know, the best thing is you gotta ask, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. So go ask, and you know, you're trying to improve your health so you can be more productive. Trust me, most companies will do whatever they gotta do to invest in their employees' health. Next thing you need to prioritize that I did not in the very beginning, especially in my sad days, is sleep. Prioritizing sleep, guys. Sleep is so important. You can be like a hamster on a wheel, just spinning your tires and going nowhere if you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep is so important, especially if you're trying to build muscle. For us bodybuilders, sleeping is so important because that is when your muscles are repairing themselves, and so that's how you get big. That's your muscles growing, repairing. If you're not getting enough sleep, it's a downward spiral. And since we are talking about, National Diabetes Month coming up, sleep plays a huge role in what your glucose levels are. So if you're eating like crap and you're not getting enough sleep, that is a probably guaranteed way you are going to eventually be a type 2 diabetic, because the things you're doing is going to cause insulin resistance. Then you're going to be a type 2 diabetic, and then the list goes on in there. It just snowballs from there, right? It's like a domino effect. So you gotta make sure you're getting enough sleep. So important for your blood sugar, to maintain your appetite, to not give you that sugar cravings first thing in the morning, to make sure you have a steady blood sugar first thing in the morning, and stopping insulin resistance, or reversing insulin resistance, and stopping type 2 diabetes. All right, and the next and final one is gonna be hydration. Hydration is so important. Like I've been saying, your muscle is made up of majority of water, okay? So you need water. You need to stay hydrated. And the biggest problem that I see a lot of people dealing with, when they go to the bathroom, if your pee is bright yellow, you have a problem. You need to be drinking some water. Another hack that water can do is curbing your appetite. A lot of times you're at your work desk or you're at home, you're like, man, I'm kind of hungry. Let me go eat something. I'm gonna go snack. Which is, we don't snack. You're an adult, you're not a child, stop snacking. And so you're like, I'm gonna go snack. But if you go fill up a big glass of water, chug that, you'll be like, oh man, I'm not hungry anymore. And it kind of gives you that signal. It's like a hack, right? So one, you're stopping your sugar cravings, you're stopping your snacking cravings, and you're staying hydrated, which is really important. So those are all the things that I did to reverse my insulin resistance, reverse my type 2 diabetes. And if you take a step back, it wasn't anything special, guys. You can do it. Everything that I just listed out, you can do 110%. It does not take a massive lifestyle change, right? It does not need to totally uproot everything you're doing, flip it on its head and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe. Small things, guys. Those small things that I took care of turn into a huge success story, and you can have that too. So with type 2 diabetes on the rise, obesity on the rise, insulin resistance on the rise, we need to stop it now. And you can do that just like I did. And at the end of the day, I put my pants on just like you guys. Well, if you know me, I don't wear pants. I put my shorts on just like you do. So that is my story, guys. I hope it can help. And if you know anybody who needs to hear this story, please send them my way, send them this video. I want to send them hope. I want to send them motivation. I want to inspire them. I want to let them know that they can do it. That's going to be it for the video, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this video. Please like this video, guys. It's really going to help out my channel. I'm really trying to get this channel to keep growing and reaching people, especially the Mexican Hispanic community, my loved ones. All my aunts and uncles struggle with type 2 diabetes and some metabolic dysfunction. And I know more people need to see it. I know more people need to hear it. So thank you for watching. I absolutely love you. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.